Me. One of the medics saw my pale face, and the way I was clutching my stomach, and quickly said, "He looks like he's in a lot of pain." But before he could finish his sentence, Mother urged them, "Don't bother with him. Get my son to the hospital now. If the treatment gets delayed, I'll file a complaint against you." Dad chimed in on his side too. Actually, he's my son as well. But he couldn't compete with his younger brother for the heir status. So he injured him. He's just acting pitiful. He's been pulling this trick since he was a kid. The medical staff gave me a disgusted look, and quickly helped Lin Tianchen onto the ambulance. Right before the door closed, Lin Tianchen flashed me a smug smile. My stomach pain was getting worse. In the end, a kind stranger called an ambulance for me. When I arrived at the hospital, the doctor said if I had come any later, could have caused another stomach perforation. After checking in and taking the medicine, the pain gradually eased. Just then, Lin Tianchen posted a video. In the footage, Dad was handing him inheritance agreements to sign, and Mom was spoon-feeding him nutritious soup. The caption read, "Thank you, Mom and Dad, for giving me the best." I let out a bitter laugh. How ridiculous. I was afraid of causing conflict with my brother over the estate, so I worked day and night, building my own company bigger and stronger, naively thinking my parents would be proud of my achievements. But seeing how they treat him now, I suddenly realized how laughable I was. They never saw me as their son. After all, since childhood, whenever Lin Tianchen wanted something, they would always make me give it to him. Whatever Lin Tianchen said, they believed without a doubt, while in their eyes I was just a good-for-nothing, a worthless playboy. To them, I probably wasn't even worth a dog. Just then, my subordinate sent a message. "Boss Lin, about the tax situation at Lin Corporation. They say this time they evaded a lot of taxes, and a strict audit is coming in the next 2 days. We need to come up with 20 million to plug the hole immediately." I shook my head and replied, "No need. Use that 20 million for the new project investment. The Lin family already has an heir. I have no standing." After helping them check out of the hospital, I planned to head straight back to the south. But the train suddenly had a temporary suspension. It won't resume service for a week. With nothing to do, I came to Lin Corporation. During the startup period, I secretly redirected a business deal worth tens of millions. Under the Lin Corporation name, I was going to surprise them with it later, but now it seems that surprise is unnecessary. At Lin Corporation, sales and finance operate independently. The finance staff will just assume the sales department closed that deal. Now I want to reclaim that business, so I need to first confirm its revenue status. But no sooner had I walked into the company than I ran into Lin Tianchen. He walked up to me, his tone laced with sarcasm. "Bro, Mom and Dad said, you have nowhere to go, so you'd definitely come to the company. I didn't expect you to actually show up." Now he's completely shown his fangs to me. I no longer need to hold onto any so-called brotherhood. I said calmly, "You've really put a lot of effort into securing that future CEO spot at Lin Corporation." "Humph, what can I say? It's your fault for always being better than me since we were kids. If I didn't come up with something, I wouldn't have the confidence to beat you." A smug look spread across his face. Then he suddenly leaned in close to me and said with a smile, "Oh, by the way, Dad already told the Lu family that I'm the heir. I'm getting engaged to Lu Chanqian the day after tomorrow. You've had a crush on her since we were kids, right? How does that feel now?" Looking at Lin Tianchen's petty triumph, a wave of uncontrollable anger surged inside me. I was still trying to think about mending our relationship, but he's been dead set on taking everything from me. I grabbed him by the collar. But just then, Mom and Dad walked out from the stairway, and happened to see that. Mom yelled angrily, "What are you doing? Let go now," Tianchen said, then ran over and shoved me hard. He stepped in front of Lin Tianchen to shield him. He stared at me intensely, like he was looking at some enemy. "He earned the heir position on his own merit, and you keep trying to hurt him. How did we end up with a son as vicious as you?" Then he turned to Lin Tianchen, his voice urgent, "Tianchen, are you okay? Did he hurt you?" Lin Tianchen shook his head sadly. "Mom, my brother's just upset that I became the heir. After all, he's always been better than me. That kind of letdown is normal. He just can't accept it right now. Please don't blame him. He's my brother. I don't want him to suffer over something like this." Hearing this, Dad looked at me with disappointment. "Tianqing, if only you had half of Tianchen's tolerance." Mom glared at me through gritted teeth, her voice cold. "Him tolerant? If he doesn't scheme against Tianchen, that's already a miracle." Then she pointed at me. "You'd better reflect on yourself. Otherwise, don't blame me for disowning you," she finished, not bothering to look at me anymore. She turned and left with Lin Tianchen. I faintly heard her trying to comfort him. "Tianchen, you like pets, don't you? Mom bought you a little kitty." Dad gave me a heavy sigh. shook his head, then followed behind them. I coldly watched until their figures disappeared. Only then did I look away. The company was already closed for the day. I searched for a long time, finally confirmed the exact details of that project. But in the process, I discovered, a year ago, Mom and Dad, to cheer up Lin Tianxin, had actually moved company funds to buy him a yacht. Later, he grew tired of it and sold the cruise ship again. But this asset transaction was hidden by them. Then digging deeper, I discovered several more similar cases. Among these, they evaded who knows how much in taxes. Last year, a friend told me that the Lin Group had tax evasion. I paid a huge price for it, to cover their shortfalls. But this time, I won't take that risk for them again. There were still a few days until the train started running, so I checked into a hotel. The next evening, my parents somehow found my place through some channel. They stopped me as soon as I stepped out. The moment we met, Mom gave a contemptuous sneer. Thought you could hide for long? Staying in a dump like this, aren't you afraid of embarrassing the family? Or have you gotten used to it? Without our support, you can only stay in this kind of cheap hotel. Bottom line, you're a total failure. A useless bum who can only leech off the family. I ignored her taunts, turned around and walked away. But Lin Tianxin stepped in front of my brother's family. What can't be